Hello everyone. I know that a lot of people have been asking about the multiplayer for Mass Effect Andromeda, so I thought I'd make a video on it. Now, first thing you're going to notice when you kick on the multiplayer menu is that you have a few different options. You have Quick Match, Custom Match, Character Selection, Character Customization, Prestige, Tutorials, Strike Team, and Store. A lot of the times you will get bonus chests for either playing other games by EA or BioWare, or if you purchase like the deluxe version or anything like that, you'll have a few bonus chests, and to get them, you just go into the store and there'll be a redeem section there. Now, if this is the first time you're opening this up, there's a few things you should go over. The first thing you might want to check out for yourself is just the tutorial mission, which you can play with any character. It's really easy, and I believe it nets you a chest at the end. I know for sure if you complete all the tutorial missions, it will. Anyway, let's just go over to character selection. You'll see there are multiple classes similar to how you would have in the story mode, like with engineers, vanguard, soldiers, and things like that. There's different rating systems for them. So there's the bronzes, which are the human characters, which are unlocked from the start. Then there's silver, gold, and N7, because the system uses N7 as like the top echelon of things. Now, because something's N7 as opposed to something that's in bronze, it doesn't necessarily make it better. A lot of the times this is the case, because their kits are designed to be better. Also, all the N7 characters have their own little unique thing, such as the Asari sword or the Krogan hammer, and things like that. When you're first starting the game, you're probably only going to have access to these human characters right off the bat, which is fine. They're all very good. Like, it's not like they're completely unviable or anything, or you need to switch to another character later on. The way you unlock these characters will be through the store, through the chests you can get there, which I'll go over in a little bit. But really, you don't need to get any more characters if you don't want to, and you definitely don't need to spend money in that store. Now, if we click on a character here, you can see that you have character customization, which is its own little feature afterwards. This is where you select your loadout, so your weapons. You can only have 2 guns in this, but really, a lot of the times you'll not need more than that. You want the low cooldowns for these classes. You have your consumables tab, which will basically give you boosters for the entire duration of the mission. And then you have like your skill tree and also your appearance. Now, the appearance tab, there's nothing major to do in there. There's like changing a few colors up, changing the pattern. There's a lot of information to get through when you first go into it, and it's kind of confusing. I wish they did it in a better way. But if you liked Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, you'll love this one, because this one's a much improved version of that. It's not as broken as the other one was with certain classes. Everything seems to be viable from what I've played so far. So let's start with the thing that you're probably most familiar with if you've played the storyline, which is strike teams. Now you have your strike teams menu here, which you're all familiar with. You have the option when you're doing it in main story to come back and play these multiplayer matches. They don't really give you that much story-wise. Bronze, basically any character, no matter what level, will be able to do them fairly efficiently. Silver, I would wait till you're at least level 8 to do those. And then gold, I would say 18 plus, unless you have really good weapons and stuff like that. Also, with these strike team missions, they have special bonuses. There's some that are like minus 50% from all weapons, but 100% increased melee damage. There's some that have crazy things like enemies deal 1000% increased melee damage. Now I'm going to go over the different match types, so let's do quick match and custom match, for example. I'm only quickly going to go over the different match types because I think there's a lot of variation, and I just want to get this through. I might release a different video on it if this proves to be kind of popular or something people want to know. So there's the quick match, which is just an easy way to find a match. You can select gold, silver, or bronze no matter what your character level is. However, if you're newer to multiplayer, so you don't have the best weapons, you don't have like a leveled up N7 weapon or something like that, I recommend just staying to what the level ranges it tells you are. If you're using like boosters, I'd say you can do like silver at level 8 and stuff like that with your character. That's of course depending on how you build and making sure you're investing into the shields and health, the not fun things. So anyway, if you just click quick match bronze, it'll find you a match where you'll get matched up with 3 other players to make your strike team of 4. There will be 7 waves in this thing. On waves 3, 6, and 7, there will be a special objective. Besides that, it's just killing people and staying alive. This means also reviving your teammates, guys. I know a lot of you neglect that, but it'll help in the long run, especially if there's a big enemy like a Hydra on the field. For waves 3 and 6, they'll be objective based. This means you could get objectives such as hack or one that you have to kill specific targets in. You actually in this game have to complete that objective or you will fail the mission. Failing the mission isn't that fun. You don't get the bonuses at the end for completing it. So making sure you're doing the objectives as quickly as possible because they are all time-based. You only have a specific amount of time to do them. And then wave 7 is the extraction wave. It'll be 2 minutes long. A good strategy for that is to not be over where the extraction is for the entire wave, because then you're just going to draw enemies over there when you could be somewhere else on the map and then working your way back to it. So the enemies aren't all over there, all clustered over there. You don't want like 2 Hydras or something like that over there. That just almost always spells disaster. Okay, so next up I'm going to quickly touch on character customization and how you're going to be gearing out your character. So in the character customization tab, you obviously have your weapons and stuff like that. Really, you can choose anything depending on your playstyle. If you've played single player a lot, then you probably know what you want to go. Otherwise, I'm going to be making some other guides for some other classes, hopefully, so you can check those out if you want to know specifics. But basically, you're going to be leveling up your character. The max character level is level 20, but that won't give you all the skill points you can get. You'll actually have to get your character multiple times through the loot boxes to get that. So up to character level 4, and then you'll have all the skill points you can have for a character. You will have enough skill points to max out 4 of your skill trees of the 5 that you can get, which is actually pretty good. You can also go like max 3 of them out and have 2 at 4 or something like that if you'd rather that. Depends on the character, it depends on your playstyle. Next up are the loot boxes, which are going to be how you're going to be upgrading your weapons, your equipment, how you get your consumables and stuff like that. It's probably the most important part, really, is having good weapons. You'll notice multiple tiers of loot boxes. So there's the basic box, which is 2,000, and then there's 5,000, 20,000, 50,000, and 100,000, all with increasing amount of loot in them, all with better stuff in them. I wouldn't say if you're starting out on the bronze level, you should save up the 100,000, because what if you get something from that loot box that you're not going to use at all? That is basically a waste there. So what I would do instead, I would actually invest at the start a fair bit into the 5,000 loot boxes till you get a decent starting weapon and starting class leveled up a bit. That means that you'll be able to do silver and gold a lot easier, and you won't have to like switch classes halfway as you unlock them in the later chests. And then once you get to the silver level, you'll start earning a lot more income through the multiplayer and completing them. And then you can start investing in the $20,000, $50,000. And then when you get to gold, of course, you can just do 50,000, 100,000. Also, another thing to keep in mind is to make sure you have plenty of consumables, and that if you're on like silver and above, you're using those little boosters I was talking about earlier. They'll really help you, they'll really help your team, and you won't be kind of dead weight if you're a bit under level or a bit unsure what you're doing through completing missions. You'll notice you're also getting bonus stat levels. Now, it'll take a long time to level these up. It'll probably take, I think it's a full experience range to level 20, so if you start one character and level them all the way to 20, you should have your first rank in a bonus stat, and these bonus stats affect all characters. There's 5 different ones that you can have, so just look at your character beforehand and you'll see what you're going to be leveling for the bonus stat. Okay guys, and that's it for the guide today. I hope you enjoyed it. I will have a few more coming soon, hopefully. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, a comment, a share even. That's all. Have a good one.